No one is too bothered now, but for a while in the summer things looked pretty bleak for Manchester United. Fans were eager to leave the horrid times in the past and were willing to get fully on board with Erik ten Hag's revolution. But June ticked by without a single new addition to a squad that needed a drastic makeover. When the first signing, a reserve left-back, was finally made, it hardly inspired confidence. Christian Eriksen and Lisandro Martinez were more like it, but then the opening day of the season arrived and any lingering optimism was snuffed out. A loss to Brighton and then a 4-0 hammering by Brentford. All the promise of preseason, all the progress, all the hope, left in ruins. As Ten Hag looked on powerless, it was already hard to see how he could possibly turn United around. Flash forward 6 months and that's exactly what he's done. Returning to basics, instilling discipline and restoring confidence are the three simplified steps the Dutchman has taken to get United moving well ahead of schedule, but those two defeats were the best thing that could have happened. The unrefutable evidence that the squad wasn't good enough gave United the impetus to go back into the transfer market and get some serious business done before the deadline. In came Antony and the true catalyst for change, Casemiro. United had been crying out for a world-class defensive midfielder for years, and in Casemiro they somehow managed to snag one of, if not the best in the world. Everyone knew how exceptional he was at winning possession and smartly using the ball to get his team up the pitch, but he has surprised with how much more there is to his game. Perhaps he never felt the need to show off, given he had Luka Modric and Toni Kroos either side of him for a decade, but Casemiro has wowed with his incisive, defense-splitting passes and has been a force in front of goal. The Brazilian is the signing of the season and is probably United's most important player. Yet, he wasn't Ten Hag's primary target. That honor fell to Frenkie de Jong. United spent most of the summer chasing de Jong. Talks were held in Europe, fees were agreed and both clubs wanted the deal to happen. De Jong didn't. It was the Dutchman's dream to play for Barcelona and he wasn't going to let it come to an end no matter how his club attempted to get rid of him so they could replenish their coffers for another ludicrous spending spree. United eventually gave up the ghost and things couldn't have worked out better. Casemiro was brought in and he has transformed the side. For his part, de Jong has enjoyed a solid campaign too, as he's remained a starter for Xavi with Barcelona top of La Liga. On Thursday, the two midfielders will come up against each other as United and Barca face off in the Europa League. It's set to be a fascinating matchup as two of Europe's heavyweights meet in the relative minor leagues. Two giants trying to get back to where they belong. One much further along in their project, with the other aiming to get there. Midfield is bound to be a key battle, and within that whoever gets the advantage between Casemiro and de Jong could sway the tie. It will be intriguing to see how de Jong performs, as a great display may convince Ten Hag to target him again. While Casemiro and Eriksen have been great, both are now in their 30s and can't be relied upon forever. The Danes' lengthy injury spell is testament to that. The backup at the club isn't good enough, which United clearly agree with given they rushed to bring in Marcel Sabitzer upon the realization of how long Eriksen would be out for. Another quality option is needed, and why not de Jong? United are already a much more attractive proposition thanks to the work Ten Hag has done, and if they return to the Champions League they will have everything a player could want. Barcelona will likely still need cash, and another summer of being told to leave might just convince him to do so. De Jong could be Ten Hag's top target again this summer, and the upcoming time may make his decision one way or another.